Bomb news out of Dallas today has absolutely shaken the NFL community to its core. I'm not exaggerating when I say that what just happened may go down as one of the most shocking and unexpected moves in recent Cowboys history, and that's saying a lot considering the roller coaster that is Jerry Jones' tenure with the team. But ladies and gentlemen, this is next level stuff. Early this morning, reports started pouring in from team insiders and major NFL media outlets that Jerry Jones has made a drastic, bold, and frankly, unprecedented decision that has already started sending massive ripple effects throughout the league. The Dallas Cowboys have cut a major star player, a player many thought was integral to the franchise's short-term strategy and possibly even part of their long-term future. While rumors were swirling around contract restructures, trade offers, and possible scheme changes during the offseason, almost no one, and I mean no one, saw this exact decision coming. Fans, analysts, and even former Cowboys players are all asking the same question: what in the world is Jerry Jones thinking? Now, let's break down what we know, and believe me, there is a lot to unpack. First and foremost, the identity of the player at the center of this NFL earthquake is none other than Ezekiel Elliott. Yes, Zeke, a player who for years has been synonymous with the Cowboys' offense. After rejoining the team for a short stint following a season with the Patriots, many fans believed he would retire a Cowboy. But apparently, Jerry had other plans. After what sources describe as a tense and emotional meeting with Cowboys executives and the coaching staff, the decision was made: Ezekiel Elliott is out. Released. Cut. Gone. Just like that. A player once heralded as the future of the franchise, the hammer in the run game, the heart and soul of the offense, released with a statement barely more than a few paragraphs long. And that's not even the only shocking piece of news today, because it turns out that Zeke's release is just the tip of the iceberg. Reports now confirm that the Cowboys are cleaning house, a full-scale purge of underperforming contracts and lingering projects, with even backup quarterback Trey Lance being let go as part of what insiders are calling a course correction orchestrated directly by Jerry Jones himself. So why now? Why this sudden urgency to cut ties with names the Cowboys have invested time, money, and reputation into? Sources close to the organization say that Jerry Jones has grown increasingly frustrated with what he sees as stagnation, that despite fielding talented rosters year after year, the Cowboys have failed to deliver results when it matters most, in the playoffs. Jones is said to be pushing a win-now mentality harder than ever before, and in his eyes, emotional attachments can no longer justify roster decisions. Elliott's release is not just a financial decision, though it will save the team several million in cap space. It's a symbolic one. It sends a message to the rest of the team: no one is untouchable. Production, not popularity, is the new standard in Dallas. Now, let's take a moment to reflect on Ezekiel Elliott's journey. Drafted 4th overall by the Cowboys in 2016, Zeke exploded onto the scene with over 1,600 rushing yards in his rookie season, forming one of the most dynamic duos in the NFL alongside Dak Prescott. He was a fan favorite, known for his physical running style, feed-me celebrations, and unmatched energy. But over the last few seasons, injuries and wear and tear began to take a toll. His yards per carry dropped, his explosiveness waned, and despite moments of brilliance, it became clear that Zeke was no longer the elite back he once was. Still, he remained a locker room leader and a favorite of the Jones family, especially Jerry himself, who once said that Zeke was as important to this team as any quarterback. Which is why today's news feels especially surreal. If Zeke can be let go, someone who defined an era of Cowboys football, then who's next? And then there's Trey Lance. His story is even more complicated. Once seen as the future of the San Francisco 49ers, Lance was acquired by the Cowboys last season in a trade that some viewed as a steal, while others thought it was a desperate gamble. The plan was to develop him behind Dak, give him time to grow, and maybe one day groom him as a potential heir to the QB throne. But according to multiple reports, Lance struggled to find his rhythm during practice reps and failed to impress during off-season programs. The coaching staff apparently lost confidence that he could contribute meaningfully, and rather than waste another year trying to force a fit, the Cowboys decided to cut ties. Just like that. Gone. And this too has left fans puzzled and disoriented. Wasn't this supposed to be the era of smart, calculated roster building? What happened to patience and development? Now, let's talk about the fan base, because if you've spent even 5 minutes on Twitter, Reddit, or Cowboys forums today, you'll know that people are losing their minds. The reactions are all over the place. Some fans are furious, calling Jerry Jones reckless and accusing him of disrespecting longtime veterans. Others, however, are applauding the boldness, saying it's time to stop romanticizing the past and start focusing on winning. One fan tweeted, "Zeke had his time. It's time to build around young legs. Jerry is finally taking off the gloves." Another posted a tearful goodbye video, thanking Zeke for all the memories and the heart he brought to this team. Even former Cowboys like Des Bryant and DeMarcus Ware have weighed in. Des tweeted, "It hurts to see Zeke go. But sometimes the hardest decisions are the right ones." In the broader NFL world, analysts are buzzing. ESPN, NFL Network, and nearly every major sports podcast have made today's Cowboys news their lead story. Some are calling it the start of a new era in Dallas. Others see it as the sign of a franchise in chaos. But one thing is clear, this is not business as usual. This is a shot across the bow. Jerry Jones is going all in. At 81 years old, he knows the window is closing. He wants to win another Super Bowl before he hands over the reins, and he's willing to burn the playbook if that's what it takes. And now, the big question becomes, what's next? Who are the Cowboys targeting in free agency? Will they try to trade for another running back, or will they lean on a rookie? What does this mean for Dak Prescott's future, especially considering his own contract situation is up for debate? Is CeeDee Lamb the new face of the franchise? And how does head coach Mike McCarthy factor into all of this? Cowboys insiders say don't be surprised if more drastic changes are coming. There are whispers, and I'm talking real, credible rumors that the front office may look to shake up the offensive line, bring in a veteran defensive back, or even test the trade market for a surprise wide receiver. With over $25 million in new cap space freed up and more expected to follow, Dallas suddenly has options. And options mean power. But with power comes pressure, and now all eyes are on Jerry. The next moves he makes will define his legacy. Did he just free this team from mediocrity, or did he rip out the heart of the locker room? Only time will tell. But one thing's for sure, today's decisions will be remembered. So to all Cowboys fans out there, I want to hear from you. Do you support the decision to cut Ezekiel Elliott and Trey Lance? Are you excited about the future, or does this feel like a betrayal of everything the team has built in recent years? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and trust me, we'll be reading every single one. And if you haven't already, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and turn on notifications, because you better believe we'll be covering every twist and turn of this wild Cowboys saga. This is just the beginning. Until next time, stay strong, Cowboys Nation. It's going to be one hell of a ride.